Traveling is one of life's greatest adventures, but some places are best avoided due to political instability, natural disasters, or extreme danger. In this video, we'll explore some of the most dangerous places on Earth that tourists should think twice about visiting. Whether due to war, high crime rates, or natural hazards, these destinations can pose serious risks. Let's dive in and see where you should be extra cautious if you plan to travel in 2025. First on our list is Syria. This Middle Eastern country has been embroiled in civil war for years, with ongoing conflicts between government forces, rebel groups, and terrorist organizations. The risks here are immense, ranging from bombings, kidnappings, and armed conflicts. Major cities like Aleppo, Damascus, and Homs have suffered extensive damage. The U.S. State Department has consistently advised against all travel to Syria, warning that the country is extremely dangerous. The situation remains unstable, and tourism is virtually non-existent here. If you're planning to visit, you should rethink it. Your safety isn't guaranteed. Next up is Afghanistan. With a long history of political unrest, Afghanistan remains a volatile destination. Even though the Taliban now controls much of the country, there are still constant security threats, such as bombings, assassinations, and kidnapping attempts. Terrorist groups like ISIS-K are also active in the region. The danger of being caught in crossfire between armed groups is very real, especially in cities like Kabul and Kandahar. Travel advisories universally warn against visiting Afghanistan, as conditions for tourists are far from safe. Somalia is another dangerous destination, mainly due to piracy, terrorist groups, and internal conflicts. The country has long struggled with instability, and large portions of it are controlled by the militant group Al-Shabaab. These militants are known for carrying out bombings, attacks on civilians, and kidnapping foreigners for ransom. The threat of piracy along Somalia's coastline also remains significant, with several tourist vessels and ships being hijacked in the past. While Somalia is home to some stunning beaches and landscapes, the security risks are far too great for tourists, making it a no-go destination for most. While Mexico is an incredible tourist destination with beautiful beaches and rich history, some areas are extremely dangerous due to high levels of violent crime. Cities like Tijuana, Ciudad Juarez, and parts of Guerrero are hotspots for drug cartel violence and gang warfare. Cartels often clash in the streets, creating unpredictable and deadly situations. Though many popular tourist areas like Cancun and Mexico City are generally safe, it's important to research your specific destination and stay aware of the risks involved. Always check updated travel advisories before planning a trip to Mexico. Venezuela has been suffering from a deep economic and political crisis for years, with widespread poverty, scarcity of food and medicine, and intense political protests. The country has one of the highest crime rates in the world, with armed robbery, carjackings, and kidnappings being common. Caracas, the capital, is notorious for violent crime, and many areas outside major cities are unsafe due to the lack of infrastructure. If you plan to visit Venezuela, be prepared for potential risks, and keep in mind that the political situation could create sudden instability. The Central African Republic, CAR, is one of the world's most dangerous countries to visit. Political instability and armed conflict have led to a humanitarian crisis, with various militia groups fighting for control. The CAR is rife with violence, and it's common to hear of rebel groups attacking villages or engaging in violent clashes. Even aid organizations struggle to operate in the region, and there's little to no infrastructure for tourists. The U.S. State Department warns against travel here, as safety is highly uncertain. South Sudan, the world's youngest country, has been plagued by civil war and ethnic violence since its independence in 2011. Conflict continues between various factions, making it extremely dangerous for tourists. The risk of being caught in armed conflict or falling victim to militia attacks is high. travel infrastructure is almost non-existent, and humanitarian organizations working in the region often face constant threats. South Sudan is best avoided until the country stabilizes, which doesn't appear to be happening anytime soon. While Honduras has gorgeous natural beauty and incredible wildlife, certain cities like San Pedro Sula have some of the highest murder rates in the world. Gang violence and drug trafficking are rampant, and tourists can easily become victims of violent crime. Armed robberies, carjackings, and homicides are sadly common in these areas. If you're planning to visit, it's crucial to research your destination, avoid certain neighborhoods, and stay alert. As you can see, there are a number of destinations where tourism is a risky endeavor due to conflict, crime, or political instability. It's important to stay informed and check updated travel advisories from reliable sources before planning any trip. Your safety should always be your top priority. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel insights. Stay safe and happy travels wherever you may go.